Yeah, Coach, try to figure out this leadoff spot here. Just go through the injuries. Shelby, to start with.
Yeah, Shelby has a illness that made him stay home today. It's not COVID related. I would expect him to be back tomorrow.
Some guys that Lindsey, Spencer, they were on the side. What's their status?
As you know, Lindsey's in the concussion protocol. So that's a standardized step process that he has to go through. So, we won't know until Friday at the earliest, but probably not till Saturday if he can go.
And then Spencer,
Spencer did not practice, nor did Tim Patrick.
Okay, and then a couple guys that came back, Beck, Butt, Atachu, and Colegial.
They were all limited, and but I think a couple of them did well. We'll see how they progress and come in tomorrow.
Finally, we know about Mike Munchak's and the COVID protocol won't be available. But there's a spike around, the whole city of Denver, really around the league a little bit. Has there been positive tests within your organization here lately?
Very few. I mean, it's like one or two in the last couple of weeks, total, not counting Modkins one. But yeah, there's been one or two. But Mike's just in the COVID protocol system right now. We'll know more as each day goes by, and we'll go from there.
Okay, next one, Ryan O'Halloran.
Hey, Vic, got two for your first one. What's your take on Justin Herbert after watching his tape?
He's playing very good for those guys. These guys have averaged 32, 33 points in the last three games. He's had a big part in that. He throws the deep ball real well, throws the intermediate stuff well. Obviously very athletic, can run the gun runs for the quarterback. They run the RPOs, the zone reads. They have a good boot game with him. They've done a good job coaching him and adapting their offense to his skill set, and he's really played well the last 3 weeks.
Second question, you mentioned the special teams errors the other day. What's your confidence level in Tom McMahon to figure this out? And as the head coach, what kind of suggestions do you make in a week like this?
Well, I have great confidence in Tom. Tom's an experienced coach. He's done a good job in this league for a long time. We've had our struggles here of late, but I'm confident Tom will lead the way and pull us out of them. And, him and I talk about it all the time. Some of it we talk scheme, some of it personnel, trying to get our, some players in there to possibly help on the coverage unit. So we do talk about it a lot.
Next one, Torang.
Coach, this would have, I think, normally been your bye week, so it would have been that self-scouting. As you look at the offense, what do you want the offensive identity to be as you guys go forward these final 10 games?
I'd like to see us be an efficient offense. We've turned it over too much lately. I'd like to see us be more successful in the passing game with positive plays and be able to have a good mix of run and pass.
Next one, Jeff Legwold.
Can you say if Munch tested positive, or is he just a close contact?
I can't say either way. Obviously the contact could be part of it. They're going through the process of determining all that.
Okay, and then it may just be a mistake on my part, but I didn't see Dotson out there today. Was he?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay, that's on me then.
Next one, Patrick Saunders. Patrick, your line's unmuted. Okay, we'll skip Patrick and go to Zach Stevens.
Hey, Coach, today Drew Lock said Jerry Jeudy has flipped a switch, specifically this week in practice. He told the guys to tighten up the huddle. Have you noticed that from Jeudy as well?
Yeah, I thought he had a good day today. It's all part of the process of learning how to play in the NFL. You're at the highest level. And I thought he had a good day today.
Next up, Mark Kisla.
Coach, for all my years here, kind of the formula for the Broncos making the playoffs is win 6 or 7 at home and split on the road and you're right there. You got 11 wins or so. With this crazy year, is that formula out the window in terms of winning at home or on the road?
Yeah, I don't know what the numbers are around the league or how it looks, but I do think the home field usual advantage is still there a little bit, but it's dissipated some with no fans or very limited fans. All three of our road games, I believe there was no fans, if I remember that correctly. Yeah, and you can tell the difference. You don't have without a sold out stadium rooting for the home team. It is different. So it'll be interesting to see by the end of the season if the home and away stats have been altered.
Next one, Eric DeLala. Time for a few more after Eric.
Coach, with a young quarterback like Drew, how do you balance the patience you need to allow him the time to develop and become the player he can while still realizing it's a win now league?
Yeah. Well, that just describes coaching right there. I mean, there's a ton of fine lines in coaching in all aspects of the game, not, from a X and O standpoint, from a player standpoint, and we just have to manage that correctly. But we're confident that he's going to play good and keep improving as this season wears on.
Next one, Ryan.
Hey, Vic, your running backs haven't done too much of an impact in the receiving game this year. How much consideration is it to add in some of those screens to make it for an easy throw for Drew and some an easy yards for those backs?
Yeah, I mean, screens is always a good weapon for the offense. The Chargers use it well. They do a good job at their screen game. Ours hadn't been real successful yet. The few times we've done it, and like anything else, when it hadn't worked, you're a little reluctant to call it. But it is definitely something that that we've looked at each and every week.
Final two, Arnie, then Troy. Go ahead, Arnie.
Hey, Vic, the last couple of weeks, Drew has kind of emphasized that he's going to continue to be aggressive and take the downfield shots. But like this last game, there was a lot of open underneath, intermediate that maybe he missed and threw into traffic. Do you think that maybe he needs to change that mindset a little bit about the aggression and maybe take a little bit more what the defense is given?
Yeah, like we said earlier, I think there's a fine line there. You do want to be aggressive if you think you have a chance for the down the field throw, but by no means can we disregard or ignore or not read it out at times and find the open guy that may be short or intermediate. So, yeah, we have to improve along those lines.
Final one, Troy Wright.
Coach, how do you address the loss of Mike Purcell? I mean, who goes in there first? And I know you brought Sly Williams back up. So kind of how do you address it along the D-line that's been kind of hit hard by injuries this year?
Yeah, I mean, Sly is a guy that can go in there and play. That's a position he's played. But Mike's been a big part of our defense here since we inserted him in the starting lineup last year. And we're going to miss him. He very good run player for us. He kind of quarterbacks the D-line a little bit on the field. So we'll miss him, but we've got Sly available. Shelby can play nose. D-Walk can play nose. So we have, we train them all to be able to play all the spots there. And we're going to have to do it by committee.